All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of GMS, who is well. Peace and salutations to the elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is One Big Beautiful Bill Act, right? And this guy here, Dabo77. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but he does good videos. He goes into the end of America basically, or world events, right? But these world events are leading up to the end of America, right? According to prophecy. So he goes into world events, and he went into this one big beautiful bill act. He found a section that was talking about artificial intelligence and the hindering of states to regulate it, as in to buck up or come against this MOTB system, which is the mark of the beast, right? The system they're trying to implement. They're trying to implement a digital system that will be that will lead to the MOTB being issued out, right? That's why they're trying to get more energy, to power this system that they're trying to enter into, right? They call it the fourth industrial revolution, right? The digital age, right? So they're passing bills to get ready for that point. So when it comes, no one can come against them. So we're gonna grab uh, first of all, let me grab Daniel. Grab right here. I'll just speak it from right here. I'm gonna grab Daniel. I believe it's 8:25. All right. This is Daniel 8:25. It says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Now, this is talking about Esau Edom. Through his policy, Esau Edom will cause craft to prosper in his hand. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. He's putting and laying down the groundwork, putting these bills in, so down the line he can prosper. This is Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Right? Because what? The way he's bringing forth this fourth industrial revolution, this digital age, is through peace and basically safety, as in it can help individuals, right? The ease of not having to do things yourself, robots can do it, right? So that's what he's moving toward. But ultimately, this will destroy humans. They will have lack of communication between each other. Social interactions. People will get more stupid. They will depend on Google and AI for many things and not learn for themselves. I believe even Bill Gates, I seen in one brother's post on YouTube that Bill Gates said basically a 2-day work week will come because robots will take over most of the work. So Daniel 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Because ultimately, like I stated earlier, what this boils down to is the end of America. And it's prophesied in the scriptures that the end of America will be ushering in basically at the same time the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah. He's going to destroy Babylon the Great, and Esau Edom is going to fight against him with his new digital system and its AI robots and drones, right, and all that. That's why you see the wars happening now. What are they fought with? Drones, and things like that. They even have robot dogs and all of that. So this is going to be the system that he issues forth, to the world. So I want to get this other one. This is Psalms. Actually, let me see. Please, scribe. Let me free. All right, this is Isaiah 10. I'll grab Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. It says, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. Now, let me grab this in the NLT. So Isaiah 10:1, it says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. Who are the judges now in this time? Job 9:24 says the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Right. So Esau, even the so-called white man, is the one ruling and controlling the world now. He's the one that's writing the decrees going out that the different states and people have to follow and abide by. Right. It says, what sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws. It says, they deprive the poor of justice and deny the rights of the needy among my people. They prey on widows and take advantage of orphans. Right. And, that has come out against Esau, Edom. The fact that they're preying on widows and taking advantage of orphans, right? Because what shameful spewing is being put on Esau, Edom. So all his secrets and how wicked of an individual he is coming out. So he's involved in little children and things like that, right? This is not something to not speak about. We speak upon it, right? Because Esau needs to be revealed to be the man of lawlessness that he is, just like what is it, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says. All right. So, right. So, these are decrees that they have prescribed. So this one big, beautiful bill act, listen to what he says right here, and we'll play this and then, we'll just break it down as we go. So it says, buried deep in Congress, 1,116 page, one big, beautiful bill act is a provision so sweeping, and Slocky if I pronounce these words, incorrectly, it says, so dystopian and so underreported that it's hard to believe it was passed at all. It says section 43201 of the bill, blandly titled the Artificial Intelligence and Information Technology Modernization Initiative, doesn't just fund the federal government's full-scale AI expansion, it removes every state's right to regulate artificial intelligence for the next decade. Now, see, so, he's prescribing these things. Let me grab this Job. What is it? Because every hand of the wicked is still going to come upon him, right? And they're going to, down the line, see, that Esau even has what? Total control through this system. And they're going to be upset and not happy about this. So let me go over here. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. All right. So I'm in Job 20:20. Let me grab this. All right, Job 20. And matter of fact, Salakia, I'll be right back. All right, so I was in Job chapter 20. And I'll start at I'll just start at 15, right? This is talking about Esau, Edom. All right, Job chapter 20, verse 15, it says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. So this is going to the fact that Esau, Edom is putting together a plan, but he's going to give it all back. It's all going to fall on him, right? It says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. It says, Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. So he's not going to see anything good. Nothing good is coming to Esau, Edom, right? And pursuant to Obadiah 1:18, after he served his years of hardcore bondage, once the kingdom of heaven is set up, he's going to be exterminated through fire, all right? So nothing good is coming for Esau, Edom, right? It says, that which he labored for, shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. The scripture say the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, right? And Esau, Edom is a total hypocrite, right? The scriptures say the accuser of the brethren is cast down. because Esau Edom sets up things, you know, where Jake can stumble over, and then he goes and cries to the Lord saying, "Look what your people are doing," right? But it's him that's setting these things up, right? And he's wicked himself. Matter of fact, I want to grab this one other precept real quick. Let me grab it right here. This is Jeremiah 13:23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." Right? So Esau Edom cannot change his ways. He's the wicked. What is let me grab that other one real quick. This is Isaiah. Oh, it's Isaiah 26 and 10. Isaiah 26 and 10, it says, "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness, he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh." Right? So Esau Edom can't be right? He can't be righteous. He ain't gonna learn righteousness. He's gonna always be wicked. Right? So anyway, going back to Job 20:18, it says, "That which he labor for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein." It says, "Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away in house, which he buildeth not." Right? What does Nahum 3 say? "Woe to the bloody city." Right? It's full of lies. You got John 10:10. It says, "The thief cometh not but to kill, steal, and destroy." And that's exactly what Esau Edom has done, is still continuing to do. Right? I got earlier that he's prescribing these decrees, and they're all unrighteous. Right? And it's to oppress the poor and needy, the Jakes, the Israelites, right? And even his own people. Right? Because he's not good to himself, Esau Edom. All right. It says verse 19, Job 20:19, "Because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away in house which he builded not." Right? It was through the backs of slavery that America was built. Right? And this devil, Esau, even the so-called white man, has his power in the world right now. Right? All his buildings, industry, right? The fact that he's able to trade and put tariffs on individuals is because of 200 plus years of what? Free slave labor. It says, verse 20, "Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not say with that which he desired." So all of this hard work, all of this putting us through slavery up until this point now, he's not going to give it all back, right? He's not going to be satisfied with his final fourth industrial revolution. He's not going to be satisfied with this one big, beautiful bill act, It says, "There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods." It says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." So basically, soon as he go ahead and implement this system, right, and bring out that fourth industrial revolution where AI is taking over and he has total control, that's when the Most High gonna close the curtains on him, right? So it says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits." Straits is a position of difficulty, right? Hey, the prophets always wonder about the wicked and how good they seem, right? The scriptures say there was no bands in their death, right? Let me grab that. It says Psalms 73. Psalm 73. It says, verse 1, "Truly Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart." It says, "But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped." It says, "For I was envious at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." Right? Hey, I just gave you Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Esau, even the so-called white man, he's ruling, right? And the rest of the heathen that's leeching and living off of the prosperity of Babylon the Great, America. right? That's why they complaining now about these tariffs. Even the president of Africa was over there. You know, he didn't want no smoke from Babylon the Great. He didn't want no smoke from America because America is powerful as hell. So anyway, it says uh verse 3, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. It says they are not plagued, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. It says, therefore pride compasses them about as a chain, violence covers them as a garment, right? And we know what pride is going to get you nowhere, right? So that's Esau, Edom, the wicked. They're prideful as hell because they're good. Pretty much they're untouchable. Everything they do, they're good. And it has been so for a long time. But in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. He's about to reach the pinnacle of basically total control, right? It says, every hand the wicked shall come upon him. Who's the wicked? The word wicked here, male, it says laborer, sufferer, laborer, workman, toiling. So that's your everyday working class citizens, whatever it is, middle class, lower class, upper class, whoever, right? Because even some people up top, if they're not down with the plan, they're getting pushed to the bottom. That's why you got whistleblowers and things like that. To be a whistleblower, you got to know stuff. To know stuff, you got to know people. So you know people that's up top, right? And you're telling on them. So that's every hand the wicked, right? The workers are going to come against this devil and what he's doing. And we can kind of see that already now. The different states, they're bickering, they're back and forth, right? They're not agreeing. The scriptures prophesy about that, right? Let me grab that. I'll grab it right quick. Matthew 12 and 25. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand, right? And Satan is adversary, right? And like I said, that the man of sin is coming into power. Let me grab it. All right, Second Thessalonians 2. Now I just started 7. All right, Second Thessalonians 2 and 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is what I'm doing right now, right? With the words of this Bible. That's why the Apostle Paul said what? Our warfare is not carnal, right? It's a spiritual thing that we're doing, right? Just reading this Bible and proclaiming the words in it. It says, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Like I stated, right? The end of America, the end of Babylon the Great, and the end of this age of this world also ushers or brings in the return of our Lord Yahweh Shah. That's the brightness of his coming, because he's coming with fire, right? Fires from those chariot beams, and also the missiles that these devils and heathen possess are given to them by our Lord Yahweh, right? And he's going to use these same missiles along with the chariots when he comes, shooting for laser beams to destroy America and Israel, right? And you can find the coming of Yahweh Shai in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, all right? Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed. So the wicked then revealed, it says, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume in the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, right? So Esau Edom is with Satan. Satan means adversary, right? So the spiritual demon Satan is in cahoots, with Esau Edom, right? It says, we're all, even him, verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? So that's how Esau Edom comes, right? So let me see where I was at. Yeah. So let me get some of this some more. It says, let that sink in. For the next 10 years, no state in America, not even your state, will be allowed to create its own safeguards, protections, or liability standards for how AI is developed or deployed. Right, so they want total control. We know that is the MOTB. Right? Yeah, let's play this video.
What's up, guys? W7 back at you. As always, got some super important things to talk about here. And you have the cicadas loud, it's very windy, dodging copperheads, and also I think we're getting stalked by a mountain lion out here. We found the tracks and it hissed at us. So with all that going on here, I wanted to make everyone aware of what's happening here with this big, beautiful Bill Act. This is a scam. This is treason. And people need to see it for what it is right now. If you ignore this, this is going to come back to haunt you and your children and your families in the years to come. Now, this is basically a federal power grab dressed up as modernization. Now, what has happened is tucked away deep inside of this big, beautiful Bill Act, Section 43201, the Artificial Intelligence and Information Technology Modernization Initiative. Okay, this is a ban on any states that want to regulate AI. Stop and let that sink in for a second. Your state is not going to be able to stop the federal government for the next decade. They have it in writing for 10 years.
Right. So you heard that. So let me grab this, because that's this is the revised Roman Empire. That's what we're living in, right? Your guy Elon Musk posted that on his X page, right? That America is the new Rome, which is true. That goes back to Bible prophecy, right? And it's prophesied that this kingdom will be partly strong, and partly weak, and that's exactly what's happening. So the ones at the top is issuing out laws that no state can come against what they're trying to do. And as we can see in the world right now, with what's going on, as we're analyzing things, according to prophecies, that pretty much everyone is against what the top is doing. When I say the top, I mean, Donald Trump, and of course the people that run him, the banking elites. So this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 40. It says, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise." It says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay." It says, "And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken." This is talking about America, right? America is the new Rome, the revised Roman Empire, and America is partly strong and partly broken. It says in verse 43, "And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay." And I'll grab verse 43 in the NLT. It says, "This mixture of iron and clay also shows that these kingdoms will try to strengthen themselves by forming alliances with each other through intermarriage, but they will not hold together, just as iron and clay do not mix." Right. So ultimately, they were designed to fall apart and turn against each other. Right. So that's why you have the top, like Donald Trump and things like that, putting forth these laws now and hiding it, like this dude is playing deep into the bill and passing it. So down the line, when they do realize and they start fighting, the law's already there.
Plan. This shields any resistance to Trump's Stargate AI surveillance grid. And that's exactly what this is. It's dystopian, it's a nightmare, and it's hidden inside this bill. So the House and the Senate are going to vote on this week. You need to reach out, if you care, you need to reach out to your senators, your governors, whoever, and say no on this bill because of what I just told you. Do your own research if you care. So many people just don't care anymore. That's why this country goes down the tubes right there. Because no one will fight the fight. Well, I warned you right here. This is a ban, and this is against your state, every state. No one will be able to stop it. So when they put AI in place to regulate this, to do that, to do this, to do that, and your state gets pissed off, and they're like, "We're not going to have this," you can do nothing to stop it unless you do something now. If they can't do something now, they can't even rise to the occasion now. Like, what are the odds anyone's going to do anything later?
Right. So we know what this is, right? This is just a warning. This bill is being passed, to issuing that system. So let me grab this. This is Job 18 and verse 5. It says, surely the light of the wicked will be snuffed out. It says the sparks of their fire will not glow. The light in their tent will grow dark. The lamp hanging above them will be quenched. The confident stride of the wicked will be shortened. Their own schemes will be their downfall. The wicked walk into a net. They fall into a pit. A trap grabs them by the heel. A snare holds them tight. So a noose lies hidden on the ground. A rope is stretched across their path. Terrors surround the wicked and trouble them at every step. Hunger depletes their strength, and calamity waits for them to stumble. Disease eats their skin, death devours their limbs. They are torn from the security of their homes and are brought down to the king of terrors, which is Yahushua, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? Like I said, Yahushua is going to return and destroy them. Their end is destruction. It says, the homes of the wicked will burn down, burning sulfur rains on their houses. Their roots will dry up and their branches will wither. All memory of their existence will fade from the earth. No one will remember their names. They will be thrust from light into darkness, driven from the world. They will have neither children nor grandchildren, nor any survivor in the place where they live. People in the West are appalled at their fate. People in the East are horrified. They will say this was the home of a wicked person, the place of one who rejected Yahweh, right? And that's Esau, even the so-called white man, right? Adversary to the Lord Yahweh. So, Lord willing, we edify from the lesson. I'll say shalom to those elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.